Good evening, Gman Division 4. This is Season 10, and this is your week's recap with myself, Bernie Buffon, and the legend and the rat king that he is, Crystal Hunter. Now then, evening, Crystal.
Good evening, everyone.
Looking forward to this recap, then?
Yeah, pretty much looking forward to it. There were some interesting matches that we watched, so
we did.
I'm looking forward to talk about them.
Yeah, it was an interesting one because the top two, the Lizard Blizzard and Team Fantastic, they squared off against each other. What basically gave the Orats Dai and Tall Dwarfs with no AV a great chance to actually close the gap. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So let's go through the games. I mean, obviously, Victims of the Sun versus Orats Dai. We both actually saw that game. What was your take on that? Because obviously the Bretts came out with a 2-1 win over the Rats, and the Rats are in free fall at the moment.
Well, yeah, personally for me, like I watched Sky Talon play Cyber Knight, of course, and I thought the Reds were like in a really good position after the first few turns. They were basically outbashing the Birds here. So like. It was looking really good for them, and then the early wizard came in, which was also something I could agree on. But then I felt he kind of undercommitted on the recovery of the ball. You saw him doing a 1-dice blitz, where he could have had a 2-dice blitz. And after that, when it all went wrong, he needed to overcompensate, injuring one of his gutter runners and just destroying his own team a little bit, basically. And yeah, it kind of went downhill from there. Like that happened, and it just snowballed a little bit.
See, it was interesting because I wouldn't have used the wizard. I was looking at it, and as I said to you off air, the way Cyber Knight positioned the peasants, it was a no-go for me. I was like, nah, he wants me to use the fireball here. I ain't going to use it. But obviously, like you said, he used the fireball. I personally didn't have a problem with the 1 die. It was just a bit unlucky, really, pushing the skull. On another day, he'll wrestle the piece down and he would have gone in with his agility 5 piece. But as you said, soon as that went wrong and he didn't get the ball, he then failed a dodge with his gut runner was an MNG. And then straight after that, the first hit from the Brett injured his main blitzer. And obviously the Apple came out for that, didn't it? But before then, like I said, the Rats attrition-wise were doing well. Obviously, Judge Alice, as we'll see later on in the show, that got a level up as well, so he'll be very happy with that. I really enjoyed the game because I thought both coaches played really, really well. I liked the tactical positioning, and I just felt for the Rats.
The second half blitz was there as well, and I kind of felt like it wasn't enough to turn the game anymore at that point. But like, I really liked the picking of the star player from the Rats as well, from Hackflam. It was just like it was going his way in that direction. It was just a really close game. It was an enjoyable game to see, and
I loved it. I obviously we'll talk about the Jimmy Fantastic game in a minute. I enjoyed that one, but this one I enjoy even more. I am a bit biased. I'm a big fan of Cyber Knight, but I was really impressed with the Rat coach as well. I just thought on a different day that may have gone the other way around. I mean, obviously Star played well, got him the TD, but then rolled 2 double ones at key moments. And I don't know, it was a good game, and obviously I liked how the Brett set up in defense, because when he got the blitz, it just made he had to go the long way around because of the way he positioned his peasants. And it was just a really, really clever sort of game from both coaches, and it was, there's no way you could turn around and say, oh, well, the Rats choked or anything like that, or they didn't play very well, because I thought they did. It was just on the day, the Brett just had enough.
But yeah, they both played a good game, and Cyber Knight is also well known for doing that positional stuff. It's just like when you have close games like this, those minor decisions those small decisions that you make during the game, those are going to become really important, and that's something you see in this game, but you're going to see in the other game as well, with Jimmy Fantastic versus the Lizard Blizzard team. So like, that's such a key factor in these games where both coaches are quite good.
Yeah, I tell you what was really funny watching the game. I mean, the only thing I really was a bit didn't like was the way he put his agility 5 gut runner in danger, and obviously Simon obviously called him off and kept fouling him, and it was really funny because he fouled him 3 times, and every time the ref sent him off. And then the Rats data play tried to put a boot in, and he got sent off. So there's like 4 fouls in a row, and all 4 got sent off. What I thought, crikey, this referee! I mean, no fun at all. He was just red card. He must have been to the bookies or something and said, right, I'm gonna have a bet on 3 or more sending offs or something, because he was just dishing them cards out left, right, and center.
Well, yeah, that's also part of undercommitting after the wizard. Like when he undercommitted there, he had to overcommit on the next few turns, and it led to injuring his own player, but also putting the other players more at risk. So like it all depends on those few turns there, and it's really interesting to see how a game makes or breaks on those turns.
Yeah, and that's what when you got 2 good coaches against each other, that's what it usually comes down to. I guess the reason why I'm such a big Cyberknight fan is so. I mean, everyone says there's people going to position him, but I just think he's great. I always try and watch his games to learn from my own positioning. Try and make my game better. And he's one of those guys who he very, very rarely, out positions himself. Positions wrongly, shall we say?
I've played Cyberknight a couple of times in CCL, and I know he's one of the coaches to watch during a CCL season as well, because he can really push out a good run with the birds. So it doesn't surprise me that he's doing as well in ReBBL as in CCL basically.
Yeah, so there we go. So that's the first game. And Victim of the Sun gets a very hard-fought victory, 2-1 against the Rats. So that was great news for Team Fantastic and the Lizard Blizzards. And this was the other game we watched. Now, how did you see this game go?
Well, this one was pretty interesting as well, wasn't it? Because like what you saw. The coach is doing, like the first game, the first half was really aggressive. Like there was Jimmy's team was pacing early up while the Lizards were receiving, so they were going in aggressive, and they weren't that lucky with the block ties. And then you saw the Lizard team suddenly removing 2 players of Jimmy's team.
Yeah.
So like that was already something that made a big impact in the game, because you could see, even though Jimmy has like a lot of 4-strength players and that kind of thing, you could see him drown in the strength of the Lizard team during the first half. So yeah, that was something that happened during the first 6 or 7 turns. And then Gman Rick, or Gman Rick for the English people, but I'll call it in his Dutch version. Gman Rick, he decided to score on turn 7 and not stall it full out on till turn 8. So like,
yeah, I mean to me 10-7 was the changing point, because I think before then I thought the Lizard Blizzards were outplaying Team Fantastic. I thought they had them exactly where they wanted them. Jim was trying his best. The casualties were coming. He wasn't getting the removals. The Lizards, to me, for the first 7 turns, was just dominating the chaos.
And you saw Jimmy getting frustrated as well about it, because he was making small misplays with a blitz on a 1-die blitz on a Lizardman instead of a skink. So like there were some small misplays there during the half. So he was getting frustrated about how the game was going, and Gman Rick handled that ball until turn 7, and then he scored, and then the whole pitch evasion coming on.
That was key, wasn't it? I mean, to me, that kickoff changed the full game, because I think until that, I didn't have a problem scoring 10-7. I think Jermaine Rick was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident the way things are going. I'm going to score 10-7. I'm confident that I can stop him from scoring in 2 10s, because KS aren't renowned for scoring quickly. I'm not saying they can't, but there's a lot easier teams to 2-10 with. And then, oh my God, them rocks. The pitch invasion. It just took out the Lizard's left side, and obviously that was Jimmy's right side, and he was like, cheers for that, I'll just go down the right. And there's nothing, in my humble opinion, the Lizards could do after that pitch invasion, and it just gave him a TD, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's well, it was one of the minor details, like scoring on turn 7. It was a really small detail. He could have waited 1 turn, and then he wouldn't have been in that kind of trouble, but he got maximally, or punished in maximum because of the whole turn 7 score, because of the pitch invasion. And after that, what was also interesting is Jimmy's Chaos Warrior got injured and he didn't apple it, like the big claw Chaos Warrior, and it put him on 10 players. And in the second half, you saw the Lizardman team getting a blitz.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was 10 versus 11 with a blitz on there. So there was like small details in there. I wouldn't say there were mistakes. Like there were, you can understand why the coaches made that kind of choice, but they got punished for that kind of choice. It's interesting to see that kind of thing happens. And during the second half, the whole weird thing was you saw the blitz happening, and then instead of the whole aggressive thing in the first half, you saw a lot of passiveness in the second half. Both coaches keeping back.
I thought Jimmy played the second half brilliantly. Oh, fantastic, as he would say. I just thought second half he took the blitz, what I thought was a funny blitz, because the way he'd set up his team, usually I would set up 2 squares away from the line of scrimmage. He didn't. I think he went 3 squares, so it was neither here nor there. You either go really deep so you can't get the blitz, or you push up 2 squares to the line, and then if you do get a blitz, you got more movement sort of thing, or that's the way I look at it. And he didn't do either. And then, like you said, he was very passive for the defense blitz. He sort of like, well, I've got it, so I've got to send a few skinks through. But I thought Jimmy played it fantastically all that half. He never got flustered. To me, Jimmy felt in complete control that second half, and he got it done, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, I think Jimmy analyzed that whole position well, and for me, like Gman Rick, what he was doing, like, I thought he was going for the draw at that point with his passive play, and then he suddenly came in on turn 13 with the big guy, moving him in on the ball carrier and basing, and it was a semi-base kind of thing where he left the right flank, or his left flank, totally open basically, and Jimmy moved in there, and the next turn after that, Gman Rick saw what he did, like he saw the mistake he made, and he tried to overcompensate that by doing more dodges than he needed to do, and instead of taking a block with a Lizardman and getting the skinks free, he just dodged the skinks, and then he got a 1 in 9 and lost a lot of position there, losing him the game basically. So like it's the same situation. Like if you undercompensate or try to overcompensate at some point, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And that's the interesting thing I kind of learned from both matches here.
And that's it, isn't it? There's both very high quality matches, and obviously I learned a lot from both of them. And I just thought momentum's a funny thing, because, like I said, the first 7 turns, I thought the Lizards were way on top, and I could see why they was top of this leaderboard. And it wasn't, Jimmy got into this slugfest with him, and he was like, right, we're going to remove some players, and in the end, he didn't. And then obviously that pitch invasion was just huge, and that just swung it. And then the second half, I just thought Jimmy just was how Jimmy is. He saw this. He looked at the situation like you did, and I bet he thought, you know what, a draw's not terrible for me. And what I don't want to do is lose, so I'm going to hold the ball. I'm going to wait for a mistake or an overcommitment or something what goes my way, and then I'm going to push. And if I score, I win. If I don't, a draw's good enough. And I was really impressed the way Jimmy played that second half. I thought, like I said, it was a really good game. You can see why them two teams are top.
Yeah, definitely. Like they both performed well generally. Like I said, I felt it was like a bit of a breakdown in the end from Gman Rick, but it happens. It happens to every coach in there, and it can happen in a league as well in a big game. So better luck to him in the next game, and hope he can maintain his first place.
Yeah, like I said, I thought they both played very well again. I thought it just unravelled. I tell you one thing, what I was looking at, what I would have done, what Jimmy didn't do, was 10-12 and Morgan Rum or whatever, or Run or whatever, the agility 4 skink, he was left alone. I was like, oh, Jimmy, blitz him, Jimmy, and he did. I was like, Jimmy, what are you doing? Blitz him. And Jimmy was very sensible. He was like, no, I'm going to go this is what I'm going to do. He probably did the right call, but I would have been so tempted. This skink just there, just standing there, and I could blitz him, and I was like, I've got to. I have to try and kill it. And he obviously did it. He went the other way. It was fair enough, and it was probably the right choice. But I just saw it, and I just was like, I would be honest, I would have blitzed him. And that was 10-12. So
I think Jimmy had one thing on his mind, and that was like go in that gap and try
Yeah.
to score. That's the only thing he had in that mind.
He played, like I say, he played right. I was really impressed the way he played it. It was brilliant play. I just remember when I was watching the game, I was like 10-12. It was like, oh my god. I knew what he was doing, and he probably did the right thing. But I'll be honest, I would have been like, I couldn't resist the shot on that agility 4 piece. But you know, I loved the game. I thought they both played really well. It was really good to see a Lizard team being played so well, because I don't get to see many of them. I was really impressed with that. So both of them did well, and like the first game, Victims versus All Rats Must Die. These sort of teams, these sort of coaches showing you the quality on the PC, and that's why. But obviously, people say PC is better because obviously the quality games we've shown. You know, I ain't gonna go into that. I don't want to get upset anybody, but them sort of games I really enjoyed. I thought both games were really high quality. So well done to all 4 coaches. Moving on then. So there was the 2 games we had a look at. The rest of them we didn't get time to see. But Phil Bowe's Fighting Fists they didn't play. So Badland Fairies gets themselves the win after a draw with Jimmy. So he's on a bit of momentum. Then we had Whiskey Galore, that's the Chaos team, versus the Imperishable 4. Is the Khemri team, and the Khemri team did well again. They held their own, got a draw.
Yeah, they definitely did well on the field by getting a draw there. It did cost them one of their blitzers, which we'll take a look at later. But it's important to draw those kind of games, like for a Khemri team, because you don't get a lot of chances to progress with such a race normally, you know. Like Khemri is generally quite hard to play, and with his Tomb Guardians being underleveled like we saw last week, this is a good result.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to take me a while to start getting to know the coaches and the strengths and all that sort of stuff. But you know, I'm impressed he came away with a draw here. I mean, like I said, he got 37 blocks, 5 KOs, 4 injuries, so he did really, really well. Obviously, Chaos did brilliant. They got 3 KOs, 6 injuries, and 1 kill. But with his Tomb Guardian so undeveloped, to keep churning out these sort of positive results is very impressive. And like I said, 1-1 draw helps both teams really. Now the team I don't think are going to be going to the playoffs, so they'll both be happy with that. Obviously, we'll come to the loss of the Blitz trial later on. But you know, I think you know, if you look at the SP they've got, lovely. I mean, you know, there was 16 XP in Whisker Galore's team and 17 on the Khemri team, so all good in that response.
I think both teams, SPP wise, both teams got off the pitch quite happily. So yeah, it's a nice game for both of them. Only the death from the Blitzer is a bit fucked up for the Imperishable 4.
That is a bit bad. What was I going to say? It's good to see Khemri though doing quite well. You know, I mean, obviously Khemri is one of those teams that isn't always well represented. So I always cheer on the lesser races. And the only thing what ever puts me off Khemri in the Agility 2 is the decay on the Tomb Guardians. I wish they'd get rid of that. I don't think they did. I really it drives me around the bend, and I don't even play Khemri. And it triggers me.
It's a 5 strength piece with regeneration, I believe. So like, let them have DK.
Oh, you so nasty. Yeah, but it take ages to level up. I mean, you know, you nasty man. Anyway, going to the cool name of Ratskin Crackerrackers, or Crackerrackers, I should say. I love this name. But oh no, what happened to the Norse? They lost as well, so the Rats couldn't put the pressure on the top 2. And then the Norse didn't do it as well, and they got 18 armor breaks to 6. What went wrong? This is a game I didn't see. You didn't see it either. So,
I think I did call it out, didn't I? Like, they were both higher TV. And the Norse aren't that threatening anymore to the Reds on higher TV, in my opinion. So, like, you do see the Reds having a small advantage in those kind of matchups. If it were lower TV, it could have gone totally different. But at this level, it's kind of getting harder for the Norse to stop them. So, for me, it was a bit of an expected result. But it's definitely still something that could be a bit of a coin flip depending on how it goes. And the Reds pulled it off this time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Total Roast No AV, they were the big winners in our last show. They're one of our bigger losers this week because obviously this was a great chance to catch the top two. And, it's always going to be hard against Rats. I mean, they are sneaky. They should all be shot and poisoned to death and all nasty things. But
you call me the nasty man.
Oh, nasty! We see how you play. You crazy Rat King, crazy Rat King. But I was like, oh, poor no. I mean, like I said, I love the Rat Skin Cracker Wreckers because I love the name, and obviously it was a game I wanted to watch, but unfortunately, with all the other things, and obviously, shockingly, real life in work and everything stopped me from watching this game.
Like. From the small amount of blocks they had, the Red Skin Cracker Wreckers, you can already see like they already got quite their worth for it, like 4 KOs. That's pretty decent,
Yeah.
Even if there weren't any injuries, it might have affected the game there. So
yeah. And again, that cheese he was getting it done again. I think he got 6. So I would guess he probably was on who scored probably both touchdowns. So like. He's doing very well as Cheese It. I might end up nicknaming him the Postman because he always delivers as Cheese It, and maybe he's a new Postman. But it's a big win for the the Crackers. I mean, it's another good win for the Rats. And again, another team doing quite well, getting a bit of momentum as well. So good on him. And I think it's fair to say Total Roast No AV and All Rats Must Die. Well, All Rats Must Win. It should be now because he can't afford another loss. They've got to get back on that win horse. Get riding that win horse. You've got to do it. And same with the Norse as well. They've got to win every game now as well. So
yeah, we should take a quick check on the leaderboard after the schedule. But definitely like they both need to win a lot now.
Oh yeah, I think basically got to win all out now. So 3 from 3, no problemo. Mad Commando, I said they'd win after that heartbreak of last week with a GFI, double one GFI in the end zone, and I predicted that guy would come back and score 2 touchdowns. I saw the 2-0, thought, yes, I've called it perfectly, but no, he only scored 1. But hey, I was half right, sort of, and I got the result right, so that's a win for me. But the Mad Commandos getting it done over the Chorfs, 2-0.
And after last week, that's something the Mad Commandos totally earned, they were the ones with the big failed GFI on the last week, if I remember correctly.
It's it.
So this was something for them that was a bit of a redemption from last week, and it's good for them.
Yeah, I mean, again, it wasn't a game we saw, but by looking at the stats, 62% ball possession from the Commandos, 54 blocks, 42 to the Commandos, 5 injuries, sort of really seemed to steamroll over the Chorfs, and that's the problem with Chorfs. When I hear this a lot, especially on the PS4, where people going about, everyone's playing Chorfs, they're all OP, blah 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 blah, but when you start getting high TV, when they run into the Nagels and the Chaos, they are top dog when it comes to them against Chorfs, in my opinion. And the Nagel put the Chorfs to the side. I mean, the Chorfs, 5 KOs, 2 injuries, 42 blocks. That's bloody good. But unfortunately, by the sounds of it, the 5 injuries were way just too much for the Chorfs to stop the obviously the result going the other way.
Yeah, it also looked like the Commandos had full control over the ball.
Yeah.
With the ball position there. So it definitely looks like Commandos were controlling the whole game.
Yeah. So but again, I suppose like I said, it's on my first season, obviously in ReBBL. But to me, when you're going low down and you can't make the playoffs, I suppose the results aren't so. You always want to win, but I think it's the health of the team, isn't it? If I was in their position, I'd wouldn't happy to lose, but I'd lose if it mean my team kept ticking on the SP and kept alive, sort of thing.
What kind of nonsense is that, Bernie? Come on.
Why?
You want to win all games?
No, right. If
you're lower on the ticket,
you got to think smart. Yeah. Got to think smart. I'm not saying you throw games. God, don't get me to another scandal. But what I'm saying is, this is it. Bernie throws games, scandal, rocks ReBBL. Only I could do that. But what I'm saying is, if I'm, I don't know, if I'm low down the board, I ain't gonna put my best players in harm's way just to stop a chance of a score. I'll obviously try and get a positive result, but I would play a lot different. It's like when I play the champion ladder, you know, I'll play a lot different to when I'm playing in the playoffs. You know, it's that sort of mindset. Because the thing is, right? If I'm playing you, and you know, I've got nothing. Even if I win you 7-0, well, it's never gonna happen. But even if I win you. It makes no difference, and I'm like, yeah, I beat Crystal Hunter, but guess what? I lost my best gutter runner, or guess what? I lost my best player. Oh, that result's gonna be really good for next season. It won't make no difference. And,
of course, you care a little bit about development in that kind of sense, but like for me, I treat every game like it's my last. You know,
you're a rat. That's probably true. You're a rat. I'm not a rat. So I look after. I mean, it's like you can go with gut runners. Oh no, he's dead. A couple of games later. Oh look, he's real good again. Well, you know, my little fat dwarfs, they're like take age to bloody level up. They still haven't leveled up after a full season.
Last ReBBL game, I lost 3 players as well. So like, it is what it is. You know, like
but you've still got a chance to get into the playoffs, so that's a different thing. I'm on about if you had no chance to get into the playoffs, you know. It's, you know, when you got nothing on apart from pride on the line, you know, I that's just where I mean, people might totally agree with you. They probably will do, but I just think looking long term, if I can't get into the playoffs, then I'm looking with my team. So I might throw an extra few passes, but I wouldn't usually, just to try and get a level up or something. You know what I mean? And trying to protect my better players. I think that's a smart move, in my opinion. And build for next season.
It is smart, but there's some pride in there, you know. If you know, like, you're gonna be stuck maybe in this division, like if you're gonna stay in this division, and you know the other guy's gonna stay in that division as well. What's better than pissing on him for the next division? Like,
you make him overconfident, he beats you, and he thinks he can steamroll you next season, and then he goes, surprise, I'm going to play really good now, and you whoop his butt, and they're like, whoop, whoop, there you go, done. Brap, or whatever they do these days, the cool kids. You know.
Let's go to the last. Let's go to the last game.
Did you not like that? Brap. I think that's how they do it. They're audible in there. But you know, you got to think things like that. You got to think, man. You got to think. Anyway, what game was that? It was a Chorfs, wasn't it? Right, the final game. Oh, Chuck Norris, what a hero he is. He got a 1-1 draw against a fight. Oh, what a guy, yeah. I love this guy. If there was a Chuck Norris T-shirt of Hollywood martial law, I think we should all buy one.
We should call this division the Chuck Norris division from now on.
Personally, I think wherever he finished on the leaderboard, he just gets to promote to the playoffs regardless. But yeah, what a guy, yeah. What an absolute hero.
You know, it's we're joking about it a little bit now, but if you look at the serious sense of it, he's playing with 10 loner players. Well, 11 loner players if you induce Mork and that kind of thing. But the rest of the team is loner players. How the hell do you do this kind of thing where you win last week and then draw against this team in this week? It's kind of unbelievable that this kind of thing happens.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing as well is, you know, you've got all these players and Chuck Norris got the MVP again. It's like, just give it to him. Just give it to him. Don't upset him. Just give it to him. Don't matter what he does. Just give it to him. So he got the MVP again, what is really funny. But he got absolutely smashed, didn't he? 43 blocks to 20. But the Fight Stars, although they had all these hits, they only did 1 injury, so they couldn't get the attrition on it all, could they? So, you know...
I'm gonna ask Falcon Merck to just, instead of maybe starting a new team, just keep this team and get Chuck Norris to the max XPP level. That's his next thing. Goal.
I think you know, if he decides that, you know, I'm going to retire this team, I plead to him to sell Chuck Norris to ReBBL and let somebody else have him. You know, because you know, I think now this guy's become such an iconic hero that if he decides to retire Hollywood martial law, he should do the decent thing and sell him for another Kislev team to be led by the mighty, that is Chuck Norris, because that would be an awesome story. So yes,
that would be awesome.
So, let's have a look. After all them results, what does it do to the table? Well, to be honest, not much for the Lizards, because they're still top, but they're on the same score as the Team Fantastic. So they're both on 7-1-2, so that is 22 points. But both of them, even the Lizards had a good week, even though they lost, because The Rats and the Norse both lost. And
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Even though the Lizards lost, they got in a quite more comfortable position than they were. So that's something interesting to see, because like they need to be top 2 to get into the playoffs, and the 3rd and 4th position are still running, but it's gonna be quite narrow now with the 3 match days left.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean it's 22 points and 18, so they've got to make 4 points. And I had a look at the schedule for all the 4 teams, and the Lizard Blizzards, they've got the Imperishable 4 next, and they're in 8th place. Then they've got Mad Commandos in 10th, and then they've got 5 Stars in 11th. So they're playing 3 of the lower teams in the division. So you pretty much expect the Lizards to get some points out of that. And Team Fantastic, he plays Mad Commando this week, who came off a good 2-0 win. He then plays the 5 Stars, and then Raskin Crackerwreckers, or Crackerwreckers, whatever you want. Crackerwreckers, I'll get it right. So now 10 and 11. So again, I'm not saying they can't beat him, but the lower end teams, aren't they? But then if you switch it to the other 2 teams who are chasing them, all of Atmos Die must go against the Badland Fairies, who are in really good form. They got a good draw, as we said about Jimmy. They got the win last week. Obviously, it was against that team was not playing anymore. But the points are racking up now. So, and with all that guard, that's not going to be easy for the poor Rats. Then they've got the Imperishable 4, the Chemia are doing well, and then they've got the last game of the season. It's amazing for them because they will play Tall Dwarfs with no AV. So if it comes down to the last game of the season between them 2 for a place, that'd be amazing. And finally, Tall Dwarfs with no AV, they've got Victims of the Sun, the Bretonnians. Now, I think they're undefeated in about the last 4 or 5 games. They are all of a sudden flying, and that is not a guy you want to be playing against when you need to win in Carbonite. So that's going to be tough. And then after that, it gets worse because they can play Badland Fairies a lot guard. And then after that, if that wasn't worse, he then has to play the Rats in the final week. So I think Deadman 78, his team may be looking dead by the end of the season. That is a horrid run-in, but he's proven so far this season that they can get it done. But I no disrespect to the teams lower down on the league table, I do believe the ones who are chasing on paper look to have the harder running. So I think if I'm Jimmy or Jermaine, I'm like really happy where I am. And
definitely. Then again, it's still Blood Bowl, so like anything can happen. Still, you could see the top 2 losing one of the games there, and then it's going to be really close again. So it's
well, that's it, isn't it? It all it takes is one of the, even if one of them lose this week, if Team Fantastic or Lisbon lost this week and the other 2 won, then all of a sudden, whoa, this game's got close and they're right on the heels of them. So like I said, Blood Bowl's been in the game long enough to know it can be very fickle. And sometimes you can be as good as you are, but if the dice say no, you've had it. So
Jimmy's playing right now, by the way, while we're doing the recap.
Is he? Sneaky monkey. Sneaky. Who's it? What scores his game? Now you put me right off. I'm like, wait, get Twitch on. But I can't because I'm recording.
Now we're recording. We'll check it later.
Oh, bloody hell. Quick, cut the stream, cut the recording. Let's go watch it. So that'll be interesting to see what he's doing. Did you know the score? Just on interest.
No. We just at the moment we started.
I'll tell you what, you told me that he's playing his game now, but you got no information for me. I'm like, oh my god, Lisa will tell me what score it is, but no.
We need to hire a guy for on the pitch,
we do, don't we? We need a reporter so we can go to him and go, wow, this one's happening. It would be awesome, wouldn't it? We need our own, sort of roving reporter or something, don't we? If we don't murder this division this season, we'll probably ask, ReBBL for a pay rise and maybe get a few more, staff in for next season. That could work. But yeah, so that game's going on now, so that's interesting. So yeah, like I say, it looks. Every game I've seen, all the coaches I've seen, I've been really impressed with. It's a really good bunch of quality coaches, and I can't wait to see how this table develops in the last few weeks, regardless of who goes through or not. Because like I said, I haven't seen all the games, but the ones I have seen, I've been really impressed with the quality of all the coaches I've seen. So well done to all the coaches. Now then, let's go to the teams, and Crystal Hunter is going to tell us if it was a good day at the office or a bad day when it comes to team development. And we're going to start off with Ratskin Crackerwreckers. I love the name of the team. And what happened to them? Oh, God. What happened?
Well, they didn't get any level ups for that kind of thing, but they did get 3 MNGs there, so it was kind of a tough game for them. It will probably be a tough game next game as well because of
that's
of
that's
the 11 players just there.
Yeah, I'm gonna see who they got next week. Let's have a look. Ratsking, you've got the Chops. Oh, that's lovely. All that tackling. I mean, he can't wait to play. Oh, he'll be loving that, won't he? Oh my God, that's terrible.
The most horrible thing is he isn't even in a position where you can be like, okay, I'm gonna buy another lineman as a 12th player just to get that in.
Yeah.
He's under the 11th player mark, so you just get a loner and just hope for the best.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? He's got 2 learners next game. But he's still got Cheese It. Long as Cheese It doesn't die, he's got a chance. Cheese It. I love that guy. I don't know why. I really should like Ara2 or whatever they call him. But I'm starting to have this love. But that's probably the wrong way. But I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm starting to have a love affair with Cheese It. I like this guy.
It's your textbook. It's your textbook stripper.
Textbook stripper. That's it. Love affair, textbook stripper, all in one sentence. Oh God, no wonder I get in trouble. But yeah, I love him. I love Cheese It. He could be my 12th any day. I think I might be breaking a few rules, but hey, what the hell. But yeah, Cheese It, my favourite guy. Please do not die, is all I've got to say on that. And obviously we've got Racrisp. He's still alive, praise the Lord. Obviously, he lost rest in peace Spike, or it should maybe be called Rest in Pieces Spike. I don't actually know his dad. And I like the way Pinosaurus, and I love the name as well, Pinosaurus. I just like the way he develops his team, and I think next season, long as he doesn't lose any of his good old rats, his gut runners, this could be a team that makes a big move next season, depending where they land.
Yeah, it's just counting down the last games and then taking that rest and moving on, and then see what happens there.
Yeah, so I like that. Like I say, it's a really good team. So unfortunately, no level ups, but hey, there's always next game. Right.
Definitely.
And here's somebody who's been naughty. He's not took his level ups.
Yeah, I did write it down. Like number 4, Dustukajov.
Yeah.
Sakar.
That's got to be Mighty Blow. If that's not Mighty Blow, then I give in. Sure, that's got to be Mighty Blow to go with Claw.
Unless it's 666, basically.
Yeah. All right, smart ass. I'll let you off. You always have to be better than me. It's not fair. Obviously the Bull Centaur. He's out, the Avenger, so someone will have to avenge him next game. Oh, he's got -1 movement. I'd be sacking that.
Yeah, that's painful.
Even though I've only got 30k in the bank, I don't take weakness, and he's weakness now. Get him off the pitch. I'd be sacking him. He's got no levels. It's just pointless keeping him, in my opinion. But yeah, that's always.
I agree with you, but with only 30k in the bank, I think he needs to bank on him a little bit, like keep him for now.
But then he starts hogging up all the MVPs. He starts hogging up all the skills, and
it's either that or play with one shore for the next few games.
Yeah, I'd do that. I would. Why not?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, let's play a bit dangerous. Why not? Again, you got to look at my theory in that it doesn't matter if he wins or not. He's at the bottom now. It doesn't matter. Save your money. Don't let that Avenger pinch all your lovely XP because you're going to be sacking him anyway, or you should be with a -1 movement. So yeah, I would be looking to save all my money. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I know you disagree, but to me, my advice to him is: doesn't matter if you lose 10-0 in the next game. It's not going to make any difference for next season. All about now is to obviously protect your players. Try and tickle on with the XP. If you can kill a few people, because we all love doing that, please do. Stamp on a few. Yeah, keep doing that. But, try and protect your best players. Because, if you start losing number 5, for instance, that would be huge.
Yeah, and if he has a chance to casually win 3-0 or something, just take it, you know.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna get the win, I'm not saying don't win, you know. But, you know, just be careful. I mean, you can tell, basically, I'm more of a defensive sort of coach. Well, careful. You're just a crazy rat coach, you know.
Yeah, just go all in and just go for it. But it's a good team at the moment. So I kind of
Again, another team next season could be really good. I mean, he's got the agility for Hobgoblin. He's got the strength for Hobgoblin. He's got some Cloyds. He's probably going to have Mighty Blow Claw Lunges and roll the double 6, as we've explained. I think this is a really good team as well. I wouldn't want to be going against this team. I'm jealous because my team doesn't bloody level up. So, you know, every team looks good to man. But, I think
the only bit of damage I really see is the minus armor on his star Chorf, you know?
Yeah, you can. I mean, armor 8's good enough though, isn't it? Agility, forget the agility. You've got to keep him. Really,
Yeah.
you got to, haven't you? I would maybe sack number 12 when Jerry the third, as I'll call him, gets DP. Because obviously movement's quite important for data players because, you know, they want to be all over the place stamping on people. So I would probably get maybe rid of him later on. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the team's looking good. It's just unfortunately, I mean, he just can't get these bull centers going, can he? He seems like he bars one and he loses them. So, but at least Black Bull's pretty good. I mean, he's blodge, he's got great tackle. Be interested to see what he picks next.
It's looking good. It's just key thing now is just to bank up and get that money in. That's the key thing.
So there we go. Right then, let's have a look at one of the Chaos teams. Fire Stars, coached by Drace. Oh my god, this is a strength 6 scary team, isn't it? Any level ups for this team?
I gotta check it for a quick second here. Can't find this one. I don't think he. I don't think he did get any level ups. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I got it here. Well, he got one level up. He got number 10, Puffin number 5.
Oh yeah, he got block.
He got block.
There you go.
So that's the only level up he got, and yeah, one of his beastmen got MNG'd there.
Yeah, that's a big one as well, isn't it? Argos.
Yeah.
He unfortunately missed. Was it a missing next game? Was it, or was it like minus 1 movement? Because he easily movement 5. Let's have a look.
It's probably the minus movement. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can't get rid of it. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been strength or armor. So, you know, minus 1 movement. You know,
if you have to choose any of the permanent injuries, minus movement. Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, but again, another team. He's got his good strength 6 guy, still strength 5 guy. And yeah, I think he's doing quite well also. And again, it's in his early development, but again, potential to be really, really good. He's got the tools there, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's getting quite a deep bank as well, so he might consider getting an extra beastman as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's got ball carrier already and all that, Rosano and all that stuff. Again, a lot of these teams in this division are really getting nicely developed, and I think next season, it wouldn't surprise me if a few of these teams from this division go into other divisions and dominate or get into the playoffs because they've got them good of teams. So yeah, again, Firestyle will be a good one to watch.
Or they get the team destroyed just like Skaven, you know. It can go either way with them. But yeah, a lot of teams look really good from what we've seen. So I kind of expect good results as well.
Yeah. Whiskey galore then. Kanuki. Anything happened for Kanuki?
Whiskey galore. Let me check. Yeah, he got 1 level up. That's number 12.
Okay, dirty player. Yes, sir. So he's got himself a nice stomper. And obviously he's got a warrior missing next game, but at least it's the worst warrior. It's the one that's not leveled up. So, you know, that's, you know, out of the 4, that would be the one he'd picked to miss the game. But again, apart from that, like I've said, having that dead player makes him even more dangerous than he was. Again, number 5, Snowball. I love that guy. He looks like maybe a legend player in the making if looked after.
He needs to roll another double so he can get Dutch. Like if he could do that, then it's gonna be really dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be beautiful for him, wouldn't it? It'd be a nightmare for the rest of us, though. But again, you know, what can we say about this team? Again, another nicely developed team. I think number 8, Glenn Grant, will get piling on next because obviously he took jump up. So yeah, that looks another good team. Right, Hollywood Martial Law, what a team. Best team on paper. Chuck Norris is getting close to that legendary status. 84 from 176. If he keeps clocking up the MVPs every week, he'll get there. No problem. Not much we can say apart from Falcon Mech. What a player, what a team. And since he's been playing by himself, please don't think dirty thoughts there. He is undefeated. Nobody can beat him when he's by himself. I bet Falcon Mech's thinking, God, I should have done this at the beginning of the season, got rid of the other riffraff, and just left Chuck Norris by himself, bring some loaners in, and I'd be top of the table.
Exactly.
You know.
But the good thing is, Falcon Merc is saving me a lot of time because, like, the next few weeks, I won't have to note anything about left webs or anything. Like, there's not going to be a lot of left webs unless Chuck Norris is going to earn a shitload of SVP, you know?
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't surprise me if he didn't get legend in the next couple of weeks, to be fair.
I definitely hope so. Like, if he gets legend one day, it would be glorious.
That would be awesome. But, yeah, I really hope that if he decides to go to a different team next season, he does put him on the transfer market. Because you would think a Kislev a coach is going to buy him. For definite. I would. If I was a Kislev, I would be selling the full team to get him.
I bet any Kislev coach that's watching this is already saving up his money to get to that 210k.
Absolutely. You don't want Chuck Norris knocking on your door and saying, why didn't you buy me for your team? That is not the way you want to be answering your door. Now, this next team, Mad Commando, now he's one of these guys who could shape the destination of the playoffs because, as we already know, he's playing Team Fantastic right now. And then next week he plays the Blizzards as well. So he plays the top two.
He had two level ups. He had number 3, Brother Lundfist, and number 6, Brother Nerogor.
Nice.
They both had a level up, so the number 3 got guard and number 6 got 2 heads here. I like the 2 heads with the plus agility there. And the Dutch, it's gonna be like
it's beautiful.
Skaven, you know, it's gonna be like a Skaven guy moving in.
Really he's basically dodging at agility 5, isn't he? That's basically what it means. He get +1 agility for double heads, 2 heads. So agility 5.
Yeah, but this is gonna bring a lot of utility as well, because if someone is caged up, you can also dive in with him and try to get a 2D on the ball carrier. It's 4 strength and it's gonna move in at SG5 with dodge. So like, it's a danger in any form of way, you know. Like as a ball carrier, it's gonna be really good, and as a ball sacker, he's gonna be really good.
Well, I disagree with that because he hasn't got any ball sacking skills. So if he dives into cage and he's got bludge, he hasn't got wrestle, he hasn't got tackle. I just think you're trying to get him killed. That's what I think. You're bloody Skavens. Don't listen to anything he says. He's thinking, you know what, I might end up playing against this Mad Commando next season. Maybe if I get him killed in the next couple of weeks, I won't have to face him. We've rumbled Crystal Hunter. We've rumbled you.
If he's blitzing, it's a 4 strength pieceman. He's gonna have 2 dice on the ball carrier.
Yeah, so he needs a POW. We don't all roll good dice, you know.
Power or power push sometimes. So it's or both down in some situations. So there's a lot of situations where he could definitely sack that ball carrier. So he's gonna be threatening in a lot of ways. It's just like you say, it's gonna be horrible when you lose him. Yeah. Definitely.
And one way to lose him is cage diving. So be careful. Be careful. Don't listen to him. He's the devil. Remember, I'm your angel. Apparently.
You gotta win games, Matt. Come on.
You do, but you'll win a lot more if number 6 lives to tell the tale. I don't know. What he wants to do is get that, I don't know, number 8. If you want some carnage, number 8, get him extra legs, roll double, get him a leap. No problem. There you go. Easier said than done. But yeah, on all serious notes, this, if he loses him, it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, I'd rather lose that than a bloody, 2-headed agility 4 bloodshot hands piece. You're trying to get him killed. We're supposed to be helping, not assassinating the best players.
He has regeneration as well.
Oh, why? Because we know how well that does. We know how well the regen works. Dear me, man, you're gonna get a shot. But yes, very good player, number 6, absolutely. But yeah, I love this team, I really do. I feel like we're saying that all the time, but they are good teams, aren't they? I mean, they are really. I mean, I'd take any of these teams. Hell, you know.
When you look at the Chaos team and the Nurgle teams, they are really well developed.
Yeah.
Like on this division, they're really strongly developed, and
Yeah.
him getting another guard as well, he's gonna have a guard wall as well. So it's definitely versus best year teams. He's
building
gonna
it
get
well,
stronger
isn't he?
and stronger as well. Yeah.
He's building it well, and like I said, you know, although I was saying earlier, like he's ranked around 10th. This is not a gimme for Jimmy. Hey, that round, Jimmy. And then he's got to play against the Lizard Blizzards as well. So you never know. He may pull off a shock or something. Even if he can hold them to a draw and the other two teams win, that would put pressure on the top two. So what we're trying to say is, don't lose, because we want a really exciting into the season. I know it's selfish, but hey.
It's great seeing these Bessie teams, like the really big developed Bessie teams, fighting each other, because it brings some balance in the Blood Bowl universe, you know, if some of them die and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so,
like failing a cage dive, something like that. Regen fails, you know. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, really, really good team put together from Glorian, and good luck in your game to both, to him and Jimmy. I hope there's plenty of carnage for us to talk to next week. Now then, Told Walsh with no AV. Sadly, they didn't get it done this week. There was winners the week before, the losers this week, but what did they get? A level up, right? Was it a good level up?
It was on number 7, Cormac Dora.
Way, Berserk with tackle, nice.
He got some. Well, I wouldn't say much needed tackle, because he already has 2 tacklers, but it brings him into a full killer mode, you know, like with Frenzy, Tackle, Mighty Blow, piling on. Yeah, quite doable.
Yeah, I like it. Just in case any sneaky gut runners going about, he can jump on them and kill them. So I like that. He's probably thinking next season as well. He'll probably think, you know what, next season I might not run into all these kill teams. So, but then again, he's mainly AV7 anyway, isn't he? So, you know. He's one of those who's less worried. I mean, obviously he's Berserkers and he's Yeti, he'll be a bit worried, but overall he has less to fear than, say, other teams like Dwarfs. Again, I want to see that Yeti. Come on, Yeti, get that 6 points. We want to see what it takes.
I'm noticing one thing, though. Do you see that the Ulfwener, the 3-star Ulfwener is still there?
Yeah, what's that all about? Answers on a postcard. Fucking hell, I can tell I've had no sleep. Scorn the Stalker. Yeah, interesting. Maybe he's got some dirt on the coach and he can't sack him. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's thinking, you know what, I'll keep him for now and then get rid of him next season. Maybe he's thinking in the transfer market, he might already be wheeling and dealing with a few people, and, you know, got an Ulfwener, like, you know, ready for next season. But to me, I'd be like, oh god, I could maybe get in the playoffs, and, you know, that's 150k of TV I'm giving away. I would have sacked him personally myself, but
he's got an overbank now, so like he's got 170k, so like there's no reason to keep him around, from my point of view.
Yeah. Even if you're not replacing him, I mean, like I say, we were already guessing what he might already have an agreement in place to bring in another Ulfwener from another team. I don't know, but yeah, he's giving away a lot of TV in 150. Because at the end of the day, to me, it's like, I don't know about you, but as soon as that's a strength bust on an Ulfwener, I'm like, there's the door. See you later.
Yeah, maybe in his point of view, he's like, well, I've got guard on him, maybe the minus strength isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's thinking about it, but personally I would sack him as well.
Yeah, strength. Because if you think of it, a Norse lineman is strength 3 with block, and that's basically 50k. So he's basically paying 100k for guard and some frenzy. So what's that? That should be 90k. So, you know, it's 60k below, really, isn't it? So I'd be like, nah, you're all right. So Scorn the Stalker, well, you're on borrowed time, I think, personally. But again, you know, he's got the skills in the right part. His Yeti's good. His Berserkers are fantastic. His runners are, well, especially number 9, he's looking good. He's dual purpose as well. I still can't get over that armor right on the dirty player, but hey, you know, that's what it is. But again, it's a good team again, and hopefully he can get back onto a winning week this week. Now then, the Imperishable Falls. Tell me, did the Tomb Guardians get any love?
Yeah, there's one level up there.
Woohoo!
Number 4, Ramses the second first.
Yes, Ramses the second first. Crikey.
I never had to say 3 numbers with one player. That's amazing, by the way. But he got guard, and yeah, one of the, like I said, one of the blitzers
Oh man.
died there.
Do we know the name
So
of the blitzer?
it was Helter Skelter. So that was
What a name! Helter Skelter, he reached the bottom of the ground. Oh dear.
it was number 6. So I think he
Oh.
moved a little bit with the numbers there, but he got a new respect for it. The thing is, like, I don't think the game really benefited him that well, because like the Tomb Guardians were still on the level. He did get a level on it, but losing one of those main players, because the Blitzras are actually the main players of this team with the level ups.
Yeah.
It's a big factor.
It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? And you know that famed regen he was going on about obviously didn't save him.
Yeah.
What a shame. I mean, it's always sad when you see these teams like the Cameras and how they lose the key players, because they do take quite a while to level up. And I presume, oh god, it must have been I won't say a killer because that's the wrong word, but it must have been devastating for him. His two throw Raz are still there, but to me, the two blitz Raz were what made this team, and losing him is a hammer blow.
Like, it's not the end of the world, in my opinion. But if he
I
loses,
I tell you what, I bet it bloody feels like it, because I'm gutted that it's not even my team.
well, yeah, but like there's still 3 good players there, the other
Yeah.
Blitzra and the 2 throwers. But if he loses one of them, you're gonna see a Kenry team that's gonna be in real trouble.
If they lose, I think it could afford to lose a thrower, right? Because they're both pretty good. But if he lost his other blitz then I would be weeping and cursing everything. Because you know that's a nice number 6 is a nice thing. I would have probably kept him at number 7, considering the guy died at 6. A bit superstitious. I'm thinking, you know what? He's done alright in number 7. Keep looking number 7. Keep him there. If he dies now, 6 is jinxed, and it's your own fault putting him there.
So this is one of the teams where the whole thing about leveling up and getting your SPP. This is the one situation where I think this is really important, and I have to agree with you on, because like if he doesn't get a lot of SPP on his Blitzras before the other ones start to fall apart, like I said, it could be troubling. So yeah, definitely work on that player number 7, get that SPP and get the level ups.
Yeah,
it's gonna be important.
Yeah, and if you can sneakily get number 8, the Whisper, if he can get a level up before the end of the season, that'd be a bonus as well. That's the other one I'd be looking at. But yeah, Anubis has got to start cracking some skulls pretty quickly, to be fair.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's that one. Let's have a look what's on the other page. Oh, the Badlands Fairies. Love the name. Love the strip.
They did get an admin win, so they did get an admin win, so there was one level up on the MVPs there, and that's number 3, Tweedledee.
Tweedledee, and he's gone for grab. Interesting. That's another interesting choice. It must be because I'm a console peasant and I don't understand grab, but I would have been going Mighty Blow there.
Well, yeah, maybe. I would have gone Mighty Blow as well, probably, but as a secondary choice.
I mean, you can
manipulate. I'm not really an orc coach, but I kind of like the fact that he can just grab and then put him into put the object into another orc or into something else that's threatening. So I don't think it's the best choice, but I'm not disliking it either.
You can understand, I suppose, the thinking of it, like you say, manipulate the positioning of things. So it's like I say, it's not a terrible choice, but when I've been looking at these divisions, there's a lot of firepower. I'm just thinking, oh my god, I don't have much firepower as it is. I mean, he's got Gebetta, so he must have. Did he? Yeah, he got rid of the gingerbread man. He finally retired the gingerbread man.
Yeah, it's number 2 now.
Yeah, unless he got killed, maybe, I don't know. But he had 2 niggled injuries, didn't he? And something else, -1 armor or something. So he's decided, bye-bye, Mr. Gingerbread Man, and welcome Gingerbread 2. So he's only got, he's got 3 Mighty Blow. I'd have been tempted for more Mighty Blow, but maybe because I like Bash. But again, it's a good team. It's got plenty of guard. Frog Prince, you've got to get a level up, buddy, and get on the guard train. But yeah, again, I love Orcs. I love the way
Yeah.
he's going with this team, and he's got a killer still. He's got a decent ball carrier. He's got nice strength. Thav, Jiminy Cricket Orc, Black Orc. So and the Staff M's good.
This is the thing with this Orc team. Like, it looks like a team that's gonna not do that much damage per se, but it's gonna try to smother you.
Yeah.
It's gonna try to smother your team, base up everything, and in that perspective, Grab doesn't really fit badly in it. So
no,
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
It makes sense. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah, and obviously if there's any Agility 4, Pest goes cage diving into them bad boys all like God, they gonna die obviously. Right, yeah. Right then, let's have a look at the joint top of the table now. The Lizard Blizzards. Now I know for a fact, Kaznan was missing because he got smashed.
You wanna say the coach name one time or?
Jameen Rick.
Jameen Rick.
Jameen Rick. Yeah, Mamma Mia, Jameen Rick.
Gemeen Rick.
Gemeen Rick. Is that right?
Yeah.
Gemeen Rick.
Well, you have to use the like.
Oh god. Gemeen Rick.
Yeah, like that. Like that. You're getting there.
I'm choking myself to death. That's what I'm gonna do.
I did promise him, or I did see a comment on him from Discord that he didn't hear his Dutch coach name,
well,
so I was like,
I tell you what,
go for it now.
You can go for it, and I'll just murder it. I mean, Rick, I can't. I'm killing myself here. I don't know how you can speak that sort of like with that sort of. Oh God, no. I tried. What can I say? So obviously, Kaznan, he got splattered. Was there any level ups after the game?
No level ups for Gemeen Rick whatsoever.
Gemeen Rick. Yeah, see, you're not doing it. Oh yeah, you're just going Gemeen Rick. Come on, you're on about me bloody choking myself to death. Typical.
But for me, it comes naturally.
Comes natural. I can't hear you gaggle your throat.
Gemeen Rick, it's
Gemeen Rick. You're trying to get a poor pest got killed in a cage dive. You're trying to make my throat explode. Again, no dirty thoughts. And I know this lot. And my throat's killing now, and I've run out of coke. Where's my child?
Meto and McNaughton are watching this division recap, and they were like, "What the hell have we done?"
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, you can never say we're boring. We try and cause carnage. Yeah. I did say to you, didn't I? I said, well, when we go on these shows, if you're looking for professionalism, don't go on the same show as me, because that ain't gonna happen. It ain't. It just ain't gonna happen. We're just gonna talk random shit for about God knows for how long.
I'm just trying to bring a little balance into it here from time to time. So that's
yes.
My role
We
in it,
know your balance. We're onto you. Yes, trying to kill people, sneaky rats, sneaky. But at least, going back to this team, he's just played the nasty, the team fantastic. He's got away with just an MNG. Happy days. I'd be happy with that. His team's still strong. He's got the poor old Khemri this week, so he'll be all right with that. The Khemri have lost one of their killers, so happy days for the Lizards.
Result-wise, it wasn't the best thing, of course, but injury-wise, he would be probably be pretty happy. And after the whole Skaven loss, the Skytalon loss, he's gonna be really happy with the result as well afterwards. So it's been a good week for him nonetheless. And next week it's gonna be like almost a full fresh team. He's missing one Saurus. So yeah, it's gonna be something that he's gonna be willing to win as well, and then he's gonna be pretty safe.
I mean, development-wise, it's looking pretty good. I mean, he's got his Agility 4 skink looking good, and obviously it's a 110 as well with a little bit of pushing. And like I said, the Saurus is still developing pretty well. Obviously, he's got number 8. What still just needs 1 XP or SP, whatever you call it, to get a level up. Probably get blocked with that if you go by the rest of it. Although I would be tempted to go wrestle and then break tackle, just to have something different. But that's just me. But again, team's looking good. I'm sure he'd love block on the Crocs, but hey,
Like if he was outside of the playoffs position, you would suggest picking up the ball with the Saurus and doing a pass with him. But in this situation, he's got to play every game seriously now.
Yeah. The thing is, though, just try and put when the ball's safe, just throw a few more blocks.
Yeah.
and see how it goes. You know, or he could even get a random MVP as well. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how he does this week, Jimmy and Rick. So
Same here,
so
definitely.
we'll see how it goes. And now the Saturday night, the coach I love to death, and he's probably worried that I'm probably going to stalk him all season. Saturday night's victims of the sun. Did they get any level ups after their great win?
Gotta check that for a moment here. Just going through all the paperwork I got here.
Sorry, peeps, can't get the staff. I'm
like-
sorry. I was on a budget. What can I say?
it's like a small administration.
Yeah,
here.
we're a cowboy outfit. Honest, that's what we are.
No level ups, no devs whatsoever. So
well.
this is like the same team as last week, really.
Yeah, so not so bad at all, then, really, is it? Again, like I said last week, it's a real nice team. His position is excellent. Not really much we can say about this team. Anything you want to put? Do you want to try and pronounce number 6 for me with your accent?
Well, there's a C in between, but normally it's like cojones.
Yeah,
you know?
cojones. You got some cojones, number 6.
And now it's like cochones.
Cochones, cojones. I don't know. Well.
So the big star player, of course, here is the ball carrier as well, because he's really hard to get the ball from. And with the sidestep, it's not always worth willing to get a 1D on him. You have to go full 2D on him, like I said in the game versus side talent. So yeah, definitely gonna win some more games until the end of the season.
Yeah, Seth Brutus Mastermind, what a name that is. He came big in the last game, picking up the ball against the Dirty Rats. So yeah, it's a good team. And like I said, they've got plenty of momentum. If I remember correctly, they are 1, 2, 3, crikey, 4, 5, 6 game undefeated streak. The last team to beat them was Team Fantastic. So
he must have had a real shit start.
He did, yeah. He got beat by Whiskey Globe, got beat by the Orcs, obviously beat by Team Fantastic. But then the next 6, he's just either won or drew. And in the last 6 games, he's only conceded 2 touchdowns, what's very impressive, and scored 7 himself. So he's certainly his team's getting into the groove now. So a bit too late for this season, but next season, watch out.
Still a pretty nice recovery, though. You have some coaches that get all worked up and depressed about getting 4 losses in a row, and he's just fighting back and moving up.
Yeah, he's just doing what good coaches do, don't they? So, no surprise there. But yeah, like I say, good team. And like I said, I mean, I looked at the schedule. I had him down winning all of his games. So I think he's going to finish the form team, to be honest. Talking about form teams, Team Fantastic.
Oh dear God! Yeah, this one has
good win last week, but did they lose anything? Did they get any level ups?
It's gotten more disgusting, isn't it? Because the 3 level ups he got level up on number 7, Rockhard Fagor.
God,
number 8.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Another strength up? Really? Oh my God! Okay.
He has like 8 players that are strength 4, so he can put a line of scrimmage of strength 3 players, and then he can just put a backline of all strength 4 players. That's crazy. Just ridiculous. And number 9 got a level up as well, and he got sure hands like we suggested last week. So that's something that's going to be a solid ball carrier there.
Are you saying that Jimmy actually listened to what we said last week? I think that's blasphemy. Jimmy knows best. He won't listen to us. He'd have already thought of doing that, and we just got on the train.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the same situation there.
I don't know. Trying to take Jimmy's glory. How disgraceful of you, Crystal. Isn't it bad enough trying to kill players than trying to take someone? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, now it's blocking 2 heads now for that guy, isn't it?
And he has the thing I see as well, like we were complaining about him not having that many players, like 12 players or 11 players, as I remember.
Yeah, but he had 2 missing last game, though. He had that free calcium guy and Halosaurus, I think, was missing. Was it? Or so 2 of them were missing, I know that.
So this is getting at a really high TV, and I'm kind of looking at this team in great awe, like what the fuck is this, at the same time, because it's this huge TV, I'm thinking, like, is this team gonna last long in the composition it is in? And I kind of have to say, like, I hope it stays alive like for a few seasons like this, because it's beautiful to see. But I think we're gonna see some players fall out. It's normal in this huge TV with inducements like more coming in and that kind of shit coming in. I can't really expect them to live forever.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically,
But
Crystal's saying, have fun with this team, but obviously make sure some of them die by the time his team gets to your division. That'd be grand. Basically, what he's trying to say. But yeah, it's a good team. My only issue is what you said. His team value is creeping up. 2140. 14 players, 2140, and like I say, you're going to see a lot of good coaches now be able to use inducements to their advantage. So he may end up trashing teams, and if that's all he wants to do, that's fine. But he's going to find it a bit more harder. Like I said, you only have to go back to last week where for that first 7 turns, he was on the back foot. He won't get the attrition. And to be fair to him, I think the Lizards did more attrition than he did as well. I mean, he still got the win. What's credit to him being a good coach. But, you know, there's going to be games like that. I mean, against Rats will be like, well, you can have all this kill stuff. Or the War Dance, you know, like, what else? Will be like, oh, you give me all these inducements? Fantastic. So, you know, I would love him if he gets any more strength. Keep getting your strength. Get the full team of strength forwards. That'd be awesome. But obviously, strategically wise, his inducements is going up and up and up. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, like I say, I want to see this team in the playoffs for definite. I can't wait to see him.
It's definitely, like I said, if he makes the playoffs, he's gonna be a finalist in my opinion. And like, well, maybe facing me with the divisions. I think it's gonna be in 3 seasons, because I plan to win the Rebel thing. I didn't tell you yet, but I'm planning to win the whole Rebel thing, so I'm gonna be first division directly from next season.
There you go. There you go. You've heard it here. That's, you know, I totally believe with your tactics of cage dive and all that. I totally believe you'll win the full thing. So you've heard it here first. Watch out, Jimmy and the rest. The Rat King is coming to take your crown and your crown and your crown and his crown.
Exactly.
But hey, I tell you what, you're a great coach. So give you in that team a few seasons. It wouldn't surprise me if you win it. And if you do win it, we'll claim that we said this long way back and we'll take the credit for it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, team fantastic is fantastic. They're looking good. Good coach.
Watch this team in the playoffs, guys. Yeah, definitely.
It's a good coach, good team. Should go far. Should. Unless Neville decides. Unless Neville decides otherwise. And finally, all rats must die. And Alice, the beep is Alice. He hasn't took his level up. Well, is it a claw? Is it going to be a double? And he's trying to play the sneaky game because he is rats after all. But again,
I'm just wondering like what he's going to get if it isn't a double.
Yeah,
that's the big question. Like, if it isn't a double, what are you going to get on that player? You don't have enough guard for Frenzy, in my opinion.
No.
So
what would you take? You're the Rat King. You tell me. What would you take? Don't know why you're asking me. A future Rebel champion.
Well, it's really tough, isn't it? Like I can't really think of a skill that fits well with it. Maybe guard. I would take guard.
Yeah, I was.
Not a choice. Like, there's no guard on the team, so you have to take guard.
The only other thing I would take, and it's just really more of a trying to worry your opponents, taking stand firm. In the case that if you come and blitz me and you hit me and you don't knock me down, I'm going to hit you back. But I usually go with guard, but stand firm would be the only other thing I'd be looking at here because he's already got pile on. You're praying to the Rat King himself that he gets a double, because if he gets claw on that's a massive game changer. But yeah, guard or stand firm, you would think would be the more logical. Frenzy would be a bit risky with no guard, I must admit. Although he could even go pro. I see a lot of these pylon guys go pro. Could pro.
Could be an option as well, but I think like what the team needs the most at this TV, because he's not at that high TV point. He's really on the lowest TV point. He needs some utility, in my opinion. So looking for guard or maybe a double on one of the linemen so that he can get guard as well. But he needs some help to get him make sure he gets that mighty blow in, and with a strength 3 team in all this strength 4 hell, basically, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
So he needs guard.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Like
That's
if
your opinion,
if I
yeah.
give any advice, that would be my advice.
Yeah. And yeah, like I say, I think he'll be the pro Stanfermo guy. He'll take, unless it's a double, then he'll take Claw probably. Or is he going to really be sneaky and take Jump Up? Nah, he's probably going to take Claw. So yeah, again, they've got to start winning now. Come on, number 6, you've got to get it done for this team. And it was a bad day at the office for Witness Yvonne, who not only failed to get the ball loose, then injured itself on a dodge and missed this game.
That was the whole situation I talked about with the overcompensation thing. That was the player that injured himself, like the turn after.
Yeah.
If he moved a little bit more in, maybe that wouldn't have happened, and maybe he would have been usable for the next game. And
it's easy saying it now, isn't it? I quite like the move. Like I said, I wouldn't have used the wizard where he did, but I like the idea of the one die. It's just unfortunately, the dice just didn't come up. If the dice had come up wrestle or something, it could have bounced and he could have got the ball. But it's all hearsay now in it. But it needs to win this week. I don't care how he does it. He's got to get a win, or his playoff chances of history. But again, a good team for the TV value, and obviously after watching him play, I think he's a very good coach, and he's going to be a big threat to all for
definitely in the composition of the league, he has really proved himself between all the chaos and all the Nurgle out there and all the big threats out there. So to be in the third position there, that's a really good thing. But he needs to win games now to get into that playoff position. Else it's a good season, but it's also an over season.
Yeah. Right, we come to the final part of the show then. It's time to pick your winner. And the first game up is Badland Fairies against All Rats Must Die. We've just talked about them. It's go big or go home. A win is all what will help them, I would have thought. Now, a draw wouldn't mathematically knock them out, but just about. Can they beat the Orcs is what I'm going to say to you. Will the Orcs get it done, or will the Rats bounce back and finally get that much needed win?
I like the amount of Dauntless on the team on Skytalon. Of course, he's missing one, but the other one has Dauntless as well. I gotta give it to the Red Coach with all that's at stake here, basically.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because, like I say, the Orcs are the team with a bit of momentum. The Rats don't have any momentum. The brakes are on. It needs to get that engine kickstarting again. Saying that, I think the inducements of the Wizard and that could be big here. So I'm going to give the Rats one more chance. And it pains me to go against the Orcs. It pains me because I'm a big Orcs fan. But I want this playoffs to go to the last week. So if I want that to happen, I've got to back the Rats, and I will back the Rats to win that one.
We want to be able to talk about this league for the next few weeks as well. So definitely get that win in Skytalon.
Yes.
We know you can do it.
Yes. The Lizard Blizzard versus the Imperishable Four. Do the Lizards get back on the horse and get themselves a big W?
Yeah, they kind of need to win on the win or the draw in this situation against the Camry team. It is gonna be quite a hard game for them, isn't it? With the 4 strength 5 players in there. So I think this will be a draw, to be honest.
Ooh, you're going for draw?
Yeah, I'm looking for a draw here in this
right.
matchup, because I think he can't really smother the Camry team like he's used to against the other teams.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough for him, and if the Camry team is a little bit lucky, you could also squeeze out a win maybe. So it's gonna be a tough game for him.
Yeah, and obviously don't forget the Saurus are a player down as well. They've lost the Saurus for this game. Will that make a difference? We'll find out. I personally think the Lizard Blizzards get this done. No problem. I'm pretty confident they can get it done. That Julian 4 piece will just go where 120 once. I thought it was a bit unfortunate last week with the pitch invasion. I think if that pitch invasion happened, it probably ends at 1-1. So I'm going to go with the Lizard Blizzards. I just think with the Kemi losing that Blitzra and the Tunganas aren't that well developed, I think the Lizard Blizzards are a bit more developed and they'll get it done.
So you're going for Gman here. Just wanted to say that name one more time.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for him, yes. Victims of the Sun versus Tall Dwarves with no V. The Norse desperately are in the same thing as the Rats. They need to win. Can they knock out the Victims of the Sun, who have undefeated in God knows how long now?
Oh, Cyber Knight is going to be a real threat here, but
yeah.
Let's not forget the Norse have 3 tackle now. So like the Norse are going to have some real advantage against the blitzers from the Bretonnian team. That could lead them to victory here. And bearing all in mind, I am gonna. Sorry, Cyber Knight. I know you're a really good coach, but I am gonna see the Norse for the win here.
Okay. Well, I'm learned from my lessons. Last week I went against Cyber Knight. I am not making the same mistake this week. Not against some Norse. Brett's win this again. Victims of the Sun. Cyber Knight takes the crown, gets the big W with everything else what goes with it. He will not be beaten. He will not lose this game.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's a really good coach, so definitely could happen. But
it probably will. Now I've tipped him to win. He'll be cursing me. I think the Bretts win this week. I just was so impressed last week, and I suppose it's unfortunate because, like I said, I've never seen a Norse coach play, so I don't know his style or anything. So I'm going by what I know, and to me, the Victims of the Sun, they just keep not losing. They just don't lose now, and obviously, I'm on the Brett train here. I think it's going to be a close game, and it wouldn't surprise me if it ends a draw. But I just can't see the Norse winning this.
By the way, you remember me talking about Team Fantastic already playing their game? We just got a result out. Do you see it?
No. Shall I refresh? Will we get in trouble if we refresh this? At the moment, I don't know. It's a question mark. We're not used to this, are we? I mean, it's like, do I keep them in suspense or do we do? I don't know. And we can't even ask anybody because we are bloody twitching it. So I don't know. Shall we toss a coin? I don't bloody know. Shall I toss a coin? Oh, hang on. Because it's a game, we'll roll a dice. I'll roll a dice. Hang on. How sad is it? My top drawer's got loads of dice, even though I don't play the tabletop game anymore. Black, white, or red dice? Crystal, which one?
Do the red dice.
Do the red die. Right. On a 1, 2, 3, we won't see the result. On a 4, 5, 6, we will see the result. How's that? Are we ready?
Sounds perfectly fine.
Oh crap! It went in the. It went in the thingy, Bob. There we go. 5! Shit! We've got to see this. You've got to see the result. Hang on, let me go back then.
But I can see the roll, so I'm not sure if you're really willing to see the result and you're just lying to me now, or.
Because that absolutely, I'm totally lying to you because it's like why not? I rolled a 5 if anybody was interested. Okay. But again, it hasn't come right. Hang on, let me go back off there. Let me get to the schedule. No, I haven't got a result. Are you lying to me? No one's confirmed the result. I don't think.
I've got a result.
You have. Oh well, in that case, and you have the result. I don't. I'm not high up in the PC chain of command to know the result. What was the score then? Give us the Spence team fastest scored. How many?
So if we really talk about as well, okay. Jimmy won 2-1.
There you go. Funny enough, we were just about to go into that, and I was going to say Jimmy won 2-1. Honest.
We're not going to talk about it. We're going to save it for next week.
Save it for next week. Maybe we should have said spoiler beforehand, but hey. Yeah, so Team Fantastic get it done 2-1. We won't speak about anything else. So obviously, we can't predict that one now. We should have predicted before we give the result in, shouldn't we? Damn that red dice. Whiskey Galore via Firestars. Chaos versus Chaos. Obviously, Chuck Norris wins against Philbo because Philbo ain't playing. He's too scared to play against Chuck Norris. Don't blame him. Yeah, Whiskey Galore versus Firestars. This is a really good matchup. This is a matchup I will definitely be watching. Who wins it, though?
Two well-developed chaos teams here. I think I gotta, by the looks of it, I think I gotta go for Whiskey Galore here if I'm taking the right team into mind. No, I'm thinking about the wrong team. It's gonna be Firestars, I think.
Very professionally done. Whiskey Galore's, no, hang on, I've got the wrong team. Firestars. What are you trying to say? You're saying Whiskey Galore's team's not very good? It's shocking. Horrendous. Well,
Well,
in that case, then, in that
it's really
case,
well
I'm
developed as well.
going for Whiskey because you've made him sad now. Whiskey galore. I'm tipping you to win. He's gone with the Fire Stars, the traitor heathen. I'm going with the Whiskies galore, and we will have a whiskey when you win. So Whiskey galore's for me. He's going to go for the 5 stars. Fair enough. And finally, the last game of the week: Ratskin Cracker Wreckers versus Deuce Duco Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Always
tricky
tough. Always a tough game for Skaven to play against yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I hate to say it, but I think that yours are gonna win this one.
Call yourself a rat king. Terrible. Well, I'm going to go for the rats because I like the name. How professional is that? I just love the name. Ratskin Cracker Wreckers.
If there would be players for the originality of the names, that would be a playoff contender, definitely.
Absolutely, I love it. Absolutely. You know why I like Raskin Cracker Wreckers to win it though? Is because of Cheese It. He is the postman. He always delivers, and I expect him to score a touchdown this week. Do not fail me, and please don't die, because I'll be really upset if you die. So yeah, the Crackers wreck the Chorfs and get themselves another win. Probably won't happen, but hey, that's what I'm going for. So that's us all done. As always, we promised, well, did we promise? I don't know. We did tell them that this video would be like a lot shorter than last week. Somewhere we went wrong. So
that's okay.
I think we'll blame Crystal because, let's be honest, he's trying to make it lose your players. I think that seems about right. Or you could just blame the peasant console coach. Yeah, you could blame me. I suppose I'm console. Blame me. I'm used to it.
As long as everyone is having fun listening to us, it's all good.
Yes.
If anyone has feedback about this whole thing, please let us know.
The thing is, though, if they've all fell asleep, they won't actually listen to this plea, will they? So what'll happen? They'll all be asleep on the turned off bar now, and we'll be getting no replies back. So, we'll be doing all right here, aren't we? They're all obviously liking this, and they'll all be like turned off after 30 minutes. Well, I don't know. I mean, I just think we try anyway. We try to give it a segment to every team. We don't want to be where we're trying to like whiz through a few teams. You know, I'm not a big believer that, oh, hang on a minute, you know, let's not talk about the Fire Stars or Hollywood and I can't pronounce them, Duco Chorfs because they're near the bottom. I think they deserve to have as much time as the top teams because, you know, everyone plays the same amount of games and put the same amount of effort in. So yeah. I think personally it's always important to talk about all the teams. Like say when we obviously recap these things, this is only our opinion, so hopefully no one will get offended. We're just trying to be as honest as we can. We don't mean to upset anybody. We're just basically telling you what we would do. Obviously no one will listen to me, but hopefully most will listen to Crystal Hunter. But that's basically us done. Thank you yet again to the Rat King. We'll be back next Wednesday or Thursday, whichever day. Unfortunately, I was working yesterday. Bloody work. How dare they make me work? Thanks again. Always fun to have you on board.
You're welcome.
And oh my God, we've only got another 2 shows. That's sad. That's very sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, anyway, have a good night, everyone. And let's see what happens in the next few games.
And just before anybody says anything, we've got 3 weeks to go, not 2. See how professional I am? Can't even bloody count. These console peasants coming over, trying to take over the world.
I didn't want to correct you.
I know. What a superstar. What a superstar you are. Absolutely. Anyway, that's us done. Thanks again. Good luck to everybody playing their game this week. And we'll be back next week to talk a lot more stuff. Take care and see you all later.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye.